I cut the check, I cut the check, I cut the check. Tell my niggas we up next, so we up next. She shot a text, she shot a text, she shot a text. Kill the I might put the different day, put a nigga on that same shit. I've been ballin' with my niggas, Kevin Cambridge. Oh, you drippy, but you better tuck your chain quick.
What's good, y'all? We back with another episode Between the Lines. Basically, I just want to talk about yesterday. Yesterday was a really exciting day in basketball. We had a lot of good games. But first off, I want to say, hope for a speedy recovery for Markelle Fultz. I was watching that game because he was playing my cast, and as soon as he went down, I already knew what it was, and I'm like, come on now. Like, luckily he just got the contract, but bro, he was doing really good this season. That sucks because he already went through basically missing the first season of his career and then went through that whole shoulder thing where he can, like, nobody really wanted him. The 76ers who gave up on him so quick, and it just sucked. But like now he was starting to do good, and for this to happen, it sucked. And I was really mad. Like, I was really mad that happened, and I was just hoping he twisted his ankle. I was hoping that, but then they showed the replay, and he ain't twisted his ankle. He just ran, fell, and I was like, yeah, it's that. And it just sucks, man. Injuries coming. That's a part of the game, and you hate it. But I don't know. It's just sad. It's sad. But hopefully a speedy recovery. But other than that, they beat my Cavs. Another thing, we can't stay healthy either. I'm gonna tell you our injury report. Matthew Dellavedova, concussion. Kevin Love, I don't know what he has. Kevin Porter Jr., you know, he's dealing with his own troubles. Dylan Willard, I think something went wrong with his wrist. Darius Garland, shoulder. It was somebody else, but that's for all of them are important parts to our team, and we just missed all of them. And then you get into the game, Colin Sexton twisted his ankle bad. Damian Dotson twisted his ankle bad, and I was like, yeah, we're not winning this. We was doing good in the first half and the first quarter, but after that I was like, yeah, we're not winning this. I mean, you just see we're not the same team that we once was, especially in the beginning of the season. We were playing with confidence, we were sharing the ball, and that's part of having Darius Garland there, but we were sharing the ball and our shots were going down. We shot like 3 for 29 from 3 yesterday. That's terrible. That's really terrible. And I don't know, it sucks, bro, because, like, we came out to a great start, and, like, we still might come back and do good. Like, we got a game against the Grizzlies. No John Morant. I don't want to say hopefully because I don't want nobody to be hurt, but I don't want to play John Morant. And no Jaren Jackson. So, hopefully we can win this game, but they've been playing really good. They just had a close game with the Lakers without their 2 stars. But, I don't know, it's like we all hurt, and then, like, we got a lot of, like, I don't want to say not basketball smart, but their IQ is really low as far as basketball. Like, JaVale McGee would do an ISO play at the top of the key. Let me say this again. JaVale McGee would do an ISO play at the top of the key with 11 seconds left on the clock. Like, he has to force it up. And that happens at least 3 times a game, and I'll tell you, I'll be the maddest person in the world. Same with Andre Drummond. He's not like that. Like I've been saying, he's not. And he just always tries to go for fouls, and when he doesn't get his way, he just let it lousy and, like, jogs back on defense, and that's why our transition D sucks. Shetty does a lot of dumb shit too, a lot of dumbass fouls when you can just play defense. He already always wants to grab somebody, and that pisses me off so bad. And we really have no shooters. Like, Shetty's our second best shooter. I would say Colin's our best shooter, but Shetty's trying to, like, turn into not Kevin Love, Kyle Korver. You see him trying to go around and squeeze, but he's just not like that. Not like that as a shooter. And I don't know. It just sucks. It sucks, man. It sucks. Happy we got Isaac Coral back. Hopefully we can get him into the offense more. Oh yeah, I forgot. We lost Dante Exum for 6 to 8 weeks because he had a right calf strain, which looks like not like a right calf strain. They said the same thing about KD, and KD came back, and you know what happened. But I don't know. Hopefully we can get healthy. I don't want to spend too much time on the Cavs because that's like a little biased. But other than that, we had some other good games. We had the Bulls versus the Kings. Tyrese Halliburton balled out, and I'm waiting for them to just trade Buddy Hield and just run Tyrese Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox. But the team looks fun like they did 2 years ago, so hopefully they can make a push. I think they're like 4 4-2, 4-3, so they got a good record. The Bulls came off a 3-game winning streak, I want to say, or a 2-game. Yeah, they lost. They lost, plain and simple. Kobe White went crazy. I see Kobe White like he's gonna be that type of player where later in his career he's gonna be like a really good 6-man. Like I see with Colin Sexton, I say that all the time. Like, he's gonna be a really good 6-man because as far as scoring, it's not really hard for him. It's only his 2nd year. So other than that, I feel like I'm missing some games. Oh, we had the Hornets versus the Hawks. This is one thing. James Borrego is a good coach as far as teaching young guys, but you see Devontae Graham's coming out here and shitting the bed every game. And you have a number 3 overall pick who's doing way better than him off the bench. I want to see his averages. LaMelo's doing really good this season. Some of his shots are boneheaded, but like, you're a rookie. It's going to happen. He's averaging 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Now let's go to Devontae Graham shit. Because Devontae Graham at one point yesterday was 1 for 13 yesterday. I'm like, yeah, he's still starting. That's wild. 12 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. They're averaging the same stats. Just start LaMelo. Just start LaMelo. I understand Devontae Graham had a great year last year, and y'all really trusting him now, but like, no, he's not doing good. Don't keep rewarding him when you got somebody that's doing way better off the bench. And it would actually help that team, but I understand some of it because that pair of LaMelo and Miles Bridges off the bench does help. But like, Devontae Graham and Miles Bridges off the bench, fuck it, I don't care. But Hornets actually looked really good yesterday. The Hawks didn't look that good. I'll get to that later, but Gordon Hayward showed why he wanted 120, dropped 44 yesterday. Gordon Hayward is a person for a long time that's always going to keep a job because he does everything at a good level. Play makes, good defense, creates for his own, spot up shooter, good leader. He just does everything, and his game is really smooth. Mid-range game really smooth. But I like when he has some emotion. He got an N1 yesterday. He was like, "Let's go." I like that. But this is a nice young team just trying to grow up. Terry was there balling for them. PJ Washington doing this thing. Hopefully they can find a center next year. I guess their dream is to get Evan Mobley next year. I mean, if y'all want a center, we'll trade y'all Andre Drummond real quick. Just give us PJ Washington. We'll trade y'all Andre Drummond real quick. But yeah, hopefully this team can keep doing good. But next game I want to talk about is Raptors playing terrible. I don't know what it is. Like, they got the same team. I mean, it's obviously the big men, actually. It's obviously the big men just don't have the same impact. So, hey, like I said, Andre Drummond on the trade market. Just go do it. We'll give you anything. I mean, y'all can give us anything. You don't got to be nobody good. Just give us something. But, yeah, they're playing terrible. They just faced Suns, they're just winning games, and Devin Booker's not doing that good. Like, he's still getting his 20, but like, if you look at the shooting splits, it's not good at all. Chris Paul, it look like he's taking a big back step from last year, but they're just winning games because they are a team, and they're a really good team. Pelicans versus the Thunder game came down to the last shot. I feel like the Pelicans should have won this game, but I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. It's just the spacing on this team. It's going to be hard for Zion to really get into his groove, even though he had 29 yesterday. I'm liking the way Lonzo's looking, shooting mid-range shots confidently, finishing at the rim confidently. But I need him to play a little bit more point guard. Like, he's doing what Stan Van Gundy said he was basically going to be doing, being a spot-up shooter. I'm like, nah, I don't want to see that. I feel like Lonzo, he's holding back Lonzo's game. But B.I. is doing his thing. He had 2 games in a row where he could have finished, but he didn't get either shot. But that's still my guy. Eric Bledsoe not playing that bad for this team, but get him out of here. JJ Redick got hurt yesterday. Hopefully he's good. You're going to see a lot of injuries in the beginning of the year, so that sucks. But Bucks versus Pistons, they were blowing them out. It was like 92-50 at one point, and they just sat Giannis up and everybody out for the second half. But Celtics versus the Heat, that was a really good game. In the first half, Celtics were dominating. Jason Tatum was dominating. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown were dominating. That duo is nice, I'm not going to lie. Jaylen Brown, it was some moves he was doing yesterday. It was even some moves where he missed a shot. I was like, yo, I didn't know he had this in his bag. But then the second half, the Heat, they showed their experience and just came back. And they almost won the game. If they would have boxed out Peyton Pritchard, who's looking really good, I'll get to him after this. If they would have boxed him out, he wouldn't have had that game-winning layup, but the game-winning putback. But good game from both teams. Like I said, the Heat they're not really going to take the regular season serious, but when it gets to the playoffs, you'll see how they step it up. But Peyton Pritchard looks really good, especially for the Celtics. I know they signed Jeff Teague, but when Kemba come back, I'm not playing Jeff Teague over Peyton Pritchard. He just brings defense, and he's only like 6 foot. Defense, he can shoot, he can play make, and he plays with grit, and that's just great for that team. That's why you see Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Tristan Thompson, after every game they post like old videos of Peyton Pritchard because they like him, because they know how good he is and how valuable he is to this team. So that was a great pick by Danny Ainge, and hey, I just hope he keep going because I'm loving the way he look. He's a really exciting player to watch. Rockets versus Pacers. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I watched it. When I look at the stats, James Harden shot terribly, and then when I watched the fourth quarter, he was getting clamped up by Malcolm Brogdon. So don't tell me Malcolm Brogdon was clamping his ass up the whole game, because he only had like 12 points. John Wall carried yesterday. Boogie doesn't look the same no more, but John Wall carried yesterday. But this Pacers team is just so well rounded. Well, I don't know what they need to take them over that hump, because you look at this team, you're like, yeah, they're a nice regular season team. When they get to the playoff, they might get bounced off first round. It's just how it is. But I don't know. This team just looks so good. Like, Oli didn't even have a great game yesterday, but he did not need to. He just had to show up at the end like he usually does, and he did. DeMontis had his little double-double, some sliced up, and then Malcolm Brogdon had 35 and 10 plus. Like, it was just a great game for them. Miles, what's his name? Miles Turner had 8 blocks. That's crazy. But yeah, he's trying to get that defensive player of the year locked. But hey, this team's just so well rounded. Hopefully they can get TJ Warren back and Jeremy Lamb back before the end of the season, so they can go into the playoffs fully healthy and actually do something, because I feel like they can actually upset a couple teams. Like, I want to see them play the Heat again healthy, because I feel like that's a good series. But the game that I really want to talk about is the reason why I really wanted to make a video is the 76ers versus the Wizards. I don't get to the Wizards part, so I just feel like before I even talk about Bradley Beal, these turnovers by Russell Westbrook is just so bonehead. One, I'm not gonna put on him because he was running up the court and he didn't know nobody was behind him. So that's your team's job, even though that's on you, sorta. Your team's supposed to talk, say behind you, so he can pick up the ball and start his Euro step early or something, his gather step early or something, or pass the ball. But other than that, he just does a lot of dumb turnovers and then dumb shots. You can see it holds the team back a little bit. Another thing is, I want to see Denny Avdija get some more shots. He don't get that much shots. He get like 3 shots a game. Like, it's your number 9 overall pick. I thought it was a steal, but he don't get that much shots. I need him to get some more shots. Bradley Beal has 60. He against, to me, the best defensive team in the league. I watched the second half of this game when he had like 40 in the first, but he dropped 60 in a loss. That sucks. He dropped 60. Remember last year, he dropped 50 points back-to-back games and lost both of those games. At this point, he like, yo, what the heck? What do I have to do, bro? But hey, I don't know. This Wizards team gonna have to change something. Defense always been terrible, still is terrible. But over to the 76ers side, boy, them boys looking good. They're looking good, and I love the way. Hopefully nobody gets hurt, and hopefully they can keep this up, because I like this team so much. I love this team, bro. I love it. Like I said, Seth Curry's gonna get a lot of attention this year because he's labeled as a shooter, but I'm telling you, he's not just a shooter. Seth Curry is a bucket getter. You've seen it yesterday. He made his first 5 shots, had 15 points in the first quarter. He's a bucket getter, bro. He's a bucket getter. And that pick and roll with him and Joel Embiid is going to be soon impossible to guard. It's going to be soon to be impossible to guard. But speaking of Joel Embiid, he's playing like I've always wanted him to play. To me, I've always felt like there's no reason why Joel Embiid should be the second best center in the league. I feel like he has all the tools to be the best center in the league and to be an MVP candidate, which he is right now. He's leading the MVP race and he's leading the Defensive Player of the Year race right now. And I'm loving the way he's looking. I'm loving it, bro. I'm loving it. And Ben Simmons looking the same way. I'm loving him. I'm just telling you, one of these MVP candidates coming out of Philly. I said that. Even though I had Ben Simmons, I said one of the MVP candidates coming out of Philly. But Tobias Harris even looks good. And I guess it's because Doc Rivers, the last time he had a really good season was under Doc Rivers. And I'm liking the way he just looks so confident now. And he trying to play up to that $34 million contract. I don't think you can play up to that, but you still look good, my boy. Shake Milton is a great piece off the bench. Tyrese Maxey is learning along with he's playing with Dwight Howard, a very good vet for this team. So this team can make some noise in the playoffs. I'm telling you though, they gotta get Isaiah Thomas. Shake is like their only consistent scorer or even consistent player off the bench. Tyrese Maxey is a rookie. Dwight don't really do that much. Matisse is just there for defense. Furkan is there for shooting, but sometimes he doesn't hit a shot. They gotta go get Isaiah Thomas because they're too reliant on Shake to do a lot off that bench. They need Isaiah Thomas. I'm a campaign for Isaiah Thomas to get a job until he get a job, bro. He needs a fucking job. I'm sorry I had to cuss, but he needs a job. Another game we watched, Clippers versus Warriors. Really good game, actually. I want the Warriors to play Draymond and James Wiseman more. James Wiseman didn't even have that much foul trouble yesterday. He didn't get to play. But I guess Steve Kerr's being cautious because he is a rookie. He really did come in like his first game was the first regular season game, so he's still learning a little bit. I want to see them play him more. If Steph Curry would have been, I'm just gonna be honest, if he would have been good yesterday, they probably would have won this game because he really was not hitting nothing. Kelly Oubre was playing trash again. Andrew Wiggins actually played really good. Draymond played really good except that one foul. You got to chill on that, Draymond. But Draymond played good. James Wiseman, for the minutes that he played, was good. Eric Pascal played really good off the bench, really aggressive. I liked the way he looked yesterday. The bench actually flowed really well yesterday. That's why they were in the game. But the Clippers is just a better team. They're going to get the win at the end of the day. But this Warriors team is not as bad as people think it is. Once Steph get in his groove, yes, he had 2 great games, but yesterday was a really bad game. When he gets in his groove and is consistent, this team can beat anybody in the league. But I guess I'll talk about the next game. This is a bad game to end the video off of because I know I didn't watch any of this game, but I know the Knicks was getting blown out in the first half. Then they just came back out of nowhere. I'm happy for Julius Randle though. He's going crazy this year. What he had? 37, 7 assists, 16 rebounds. He going crazy this year. I'm happy for him. I've seen the highlights. Austin Rivers scored 14 points in a row at the end of the game. He was dogging it. Dope, bro. He looked like high school Austin Rivers. High school Austin Rivers was nasty. I ain't gonna lie, he was nasty. And he was hitting hella step back yesterday. So really good game for him. Damn, Manuel quickly only got 6 minutes. What the hell? Yo, that coach funny. That coach funny. He plays their players. Like the main players, he plays them 40 minutes, 41 minutes, 42 minutes. He plays their main players. But other than that, really good game. Really good games yesterday. I think we got like 5 games today, so probably won't do this tomorrow, but just happy the way the 76ers look. Hopefully Markelle has a speedy recovery. Hopefully my team can get healthy. And other than that, that's it for this video. I'll talk to you guys later.